Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Feng Shui is the classic Chinese art of creating energy flow in your home. Here to share how to introduce it in our own houses, we welcome Feng Shui master Meena Jagpal-Paré. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for the opportunity to spread the word on Feng Shui.
Tell me some of the basics for folks who might not be as familiar with Feng Shui.
In general, it is basically to guide the flow of qi energy so that there's no obstacle, there's no disturbance, and it's able to serve us in our homes, businesses, and so on.
Okay, tell me about the concept of smudging. What does that look like?
Smudging is a term that's used. There's many different ways to practice the same ritual. We can call it smoke clearing, we can call it energy clearing. The purpose of that is to remove the stagnant energy that might be built up in the homes, businesses. If we buy a home that's pre-owned before, it can be stagnant energy in the wall, ceiling, paint, carpets, furnishings, and so on. So it's the process of removing that stagnant energy.
Okay, let's talk about some things that people can do around their front door of their home, kind of the entryway where you enter your family and your guests.
Yeah, that is very important. That's how qi energy enters. It's through the front door. A lot of us don't use our front doors, but it is important to invite the energy in through the front door first before we can distribute it. Some of the things to be mindful of are burnt out light bulbs.
Okay.
Making sure the house number is legible, it's easily seen. Making sure when the opportunity knocks and that doorbell rings that it's working. A lot of times we go into people's homes and the doorbell's not working and we're knocking away. Well, energy opportunities knock a few times and then it goes somewhere else.
Interesting. And that's kind of one of those things that the doorbell goes out, you go, well, I'll fix it eventually, and then maybe you forget about it.
Yeah, you do, yeah. And we're missing out on opportunities.
So once you're in the home, that immediate entryway, shoes at the door, we got to clear up all that clutter.
Yeah, it's important. It's one of those things, shoes, we know about it, but we kind of forget. So my job is to bring more awareness to welcome in the positive energy. Make sure there's no obstacles, umbrellas, coats, jackets. Of course, these are homes. They're lived in homes. There will be some of that. But to be mindful to put away what is no longer needed, especially if it's seasonal.
Okay, and then what about indoor plants, making sure those are tended to as well?
Yes, very important. If a plant is struggling, it denotes struggle in our lives. So don't, it's not to say that just pick it up and throw it away, but don't have it in a lived-in space, as in family room, bedroom, or a home office.
Okay.
Put it away somewhere where we'll still get sunlight, work on reviving it, but just make sure that it's not in close to the entrance or the areas I mentioned.
Okay, some things to consider in the bedroom spaces of your home. Are there things to follow in terms of mirror placement?
Yes, very important. Mirrors is one of those things that can either work for you or against you. If it's placed strategically, then it doubles up on the abundance. But be mindful that it's not placed when we're opening the front door, that the energy is not being hit by the mirror and right back out again, deflected. Make sure it's not by the bed where you could see yourself getting in and out, or at the base of our feet as energy revives itself as we're sleeping. When it's leaving through our feet, it's clashing with the mirror, and then we're not being served with positive energy.
What about colors specifically in our bedroom spaces? I've heard that red and blue have some interesting implications.
Yes. There's 5 elements in Feng Shui. Blue represents water, red represents fire, and then other elements have their own properties. It's very important to be mindful of not having too much red. Those are the clients that say, since we moved in this house or we redecorated, just a lot of sparks flying in the home, a lot of fiery energy. So be mindful. The colors that you have here, the grounding colors, are beautiful.
Oh,
this
good.
is what this is.
So glad.
Yes, this is what we endorse. It's grounding colors. Earth is grounding, and the blue is water. Too much emotional imbalance. So be mindful of those 2 colors. Everything, greens and browns are grounding, calming colors. all is good.
A lot of people, I think, gravitate to blue for a bedroom color because they think of it as calming, but that's not the case.
Yes, and they gravitate towards it when they have an ensuite, especially in new homes. They
Right.
make it feel like a spa,
Okay.
and which is aesthetically pleasing to the eye, but from Feng Shui's perspective, the washrooms already have too much water energy.
Interesting.
So it's important to ground it, not add more onto it.
Well, and speaking of washrooms, what about crystals in that area?
Yeah, we see that sometimes in our practice where they place crystals in different parts of the home, which is fine. It's important to connect with their properties, but the big no-no is do not place crystals in the bathroom. We don't place any Feng Shui remedies in bathrooms, especially not crystals. Crystals are serving properties. They're a gift from Mother Earth, and it's important to be respectful to them, and placing them in the washroom is the total opposite.
Are there more appropriate spaces where we should put them?
It depends on the type of crystal. There's career crystals, there's meditation crystals, there's grounding crystals. So we guide the clients depending on what they have, on where the best placement is. But at the end of the day, it's all about connecting with them first before we place them somewhere. Really know what they serve and what they're here to serve us,
Sure.
and connect with them in that regard.
And that'll help guide you to the right place. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing all that with us today. It was great chatting with you.
You're welcome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, of course. Okay, we'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.